Is there any way that I can do both my quarterly plan and my book club commitments? I decided to ask ChatGPT for help. Hello, fellow bookworms. I am super excited to share with you my January reading roundup and my February reading plans. Even though I am pretty happy with my progress so far, I am getting a little bit worried. But before we dive into the books, can you believe that February is almost over? I feel like I blinked mid-January and then here I am. So raise your hand, be honest, and don't be shy. Did you set a reading goal as part of your New Year's resolutions? I know I did. And whether you were trying to commit to just one book a month or 10 books a month, it doesn't matter. Or even just be more consistent with your reading of your Bible or your sacred text. Whatever your goal was, please share it in the comments. So I also set a goal. My quarterly goal from January to the end of March is 8 books. And you can see that reading plan in this video that I will link in the description, and I will try to link in this video. During January, I finished 4 books. Book 1 was The Personal Librarian. Book 2 was Blackout by Connie Willis. Book 3 was Starter Villain by John Scalzi. And Book 4 was The Horse by Geraldine Brooks. If you want spoiler-free reviews of these books, I have them at my channel, Olive's Thoughts on Books, and there will be a link to the playlist in the description. So you might be saying, wow, you read 4 books in January and you only had 8 books in your quarterly plan. So what are you so worried about? So let's talk about February. I have to confess that I made a pretty boneheaded mistake when I created my quarterly plan. That is the reason that I'm starting to doubt whether I'm going to be able to complete it or not. So this is what I did. I did not. I did not consider the books that I would need to be reading for my book clubs. I have 2 book clubs, and it's not an insignificant amount of books. My 2 book clubs have added 10 books to my already existing list of 8. So the good news is that since I am halfway through February already, I have completed the sci-fi short story, A Meeting with Medusa. I have completed book 1 in Martha Wells' Murderbot series titled All Systems Red. Those I've completed. I am 2/3 through East of Eden by John Steinbeck, which I started mid-January. But only one of those books is in my quarterly plan. The other 2 books are book club picks. Not to mention, I only have 11 days left in February to finish my February list. Is there any way that I can do both my quarterly plan and my book club commitments? I decided to ask ChatGPT for help. But before I share the prompt and the plan, I want to announce that beginning March 1st, I will be starting a challenge to celebrate National Women's History Month. The challenge is to read 5 short stories, fantasy or science fiction, written by women. And this challenge is going out to the entire BookTube community. And if you do a video of the short stories that you read on your channel and you mention my channel and use the hashtag that'll be in the description, then I will feature you in my March roundup of that challenge. And so here's the prompt that I gave ChatGPT. Create a daily reading plan using percentages instead of pages for an e-reader. I need to read these 3 books: East of Eden by John Steinbeck, Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, and Artificial Condition by Martha Wells. For East of Eden, I have already read 63%, so the reading plan for that book should take that percentage of what I have already read into account. I need a plan to get all of them read by February 29th. So, and here is the ChatGPT response. So what do you think? Can it be done? Did ChatGPT lead me down a rosy path? Would you follow this plan? What should I do differently? What would you do differently? Please put it in the comments. I'm very interested to know. So that's my January reading roundup and February plans. I know it's a little aggressive, but if you like this content, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you can find out if I actually was able to pull it off. Talk to you later and happy reading.